Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and today I'm going for a bit of a crossover video, as you saw from the title containing Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5, because I'm going to focus on solo play, which is abundantly possible in Battlefield 1 and something that I truly hope is still viable to a decent extent in Battlefield 5. I'll talk about the things that so far concern me, the things that encourage me, and why I think it's so important for solo play to be a key component of Battlefield. But before we get into that, let's get a couple of disclaimers out of the way. Firstly, please don't mistake this for a complaint video. It absolutely isn't. It's more of a statement of possibility and a commentary on a part of a game that I really hope retains its place in the next release. I'm not bringing any negativity to this at all, and therefore I don't want anyone to come away from the video with negative feelings either. What I've seen of Battlefield 5 so far actually really excites me, with just a few question marks and minor concerns. And that leads me to the second disclaimer. I haven't played Battlefield 5 yet, so I'm not going to state my opinions as facts. I have no intention of misleading you guys, and I don't have any concrete feelings about specifics of the game yet. Anyone who thinks they can make a solid judgment about the game when they haven't played it is frankly lost in my opinion. If you have played Battlefield 5 at EA Play or something along those lines, absolutely feel free to get into the comment section and share your thoughts, especially if you have anything to say about the viability of solo play. I'd absolutely love to hear from you, and it would be great to have you flesh out the points I make in this video for my subscribers to read. So let's get into this. Solo play. It's something I do a whole lot now on Battlefield 1. When the game first released, the vast majority of my group of gaming friends played it, and then over time, inevitably people dropped off. There's also the impact of busy lives and different schedules, so I can say with confidence that if solo play wasn't as viable in Battlefield 1, this channel might be a whole lot different right now. And it goes beyond this, because I'm sure many of us have times where we'd like to jump on, but nobody is really available. If it seems like it then won't be fun to play on our own, we won't. This can dampen the long-term enjoyment of a game, and also hit player population numbers, which can have many other negative factors. Having to rely too much on others can be a drag. It can leave a player feeling like they're having a limited impact, and that their contribution actually doesn't matter as much as they'd like. Pretty much everybody wants to feel like they matter, right? So why am I making these points? Well, and again, I want to reiterate that I'm not saying Battlefield 5 will or won't be like this, but for sure things will be different somehow, whether it's better or worse for solo players. Because there are new mechanics in place that are somewhat transformative for the experience and how a player can make an impact. You can no longer regenerate your own health back to maximum. You will need to visit a designated health station or have a medic heal you. I love the sound of this mechanic for teamwork, depth, and just a new feeling while playing. But we should also consider how this may impact the solo player. Say you have a bad team, something that happens somewhat regularly it feels like in Battlefield 1, how much harder will it be to stay alive on Battlefield 5 if you aren't playing with a group you know and can rely on? I ultimately don't know, but I certainly hope it won't turn into running around being able to be put down in one shot a lot of the time. I also hope it doesn't just push solo players into relying on picking the medic class as a crutch. The draw of being able to self-heal does sound pretty good with the new health mechanic in mind, but we can flip it and look at it the other way around. If you're playing solo but you're an effective player with smart positioning and a good shot, there's likely going to be far more enemies that you can drop nice and quickly, as they'll also be running around with less health than we're currently used to. Throw on top of this that spread is now gone, but weapon recoil is up, and you've got a more skill-based gunfight system, at least according to creators that I've listened to that have actually played the game. So perhaps things really will rely more upon actual gun skill, and this may even allow a solo player to be able to shine more than before. That's certainly my hope anyway, but the overriding factor we must remember is that DICE are clearly pushing for teamwork, which, despite my mild concerns, is absolutely a great thing for Battlefield. But it's not just about health, right? I didn't make this video purely because of a different health system. Well, that's absolutely correct, because you now apparently spawn in with less ammo as well, which is a very important point, as you won't be able to go so gung-ho in a completely unthinking manner. But this doesn't necessarily mean you'll have to rely upon support players all the time. This was mine and many players' initial thoughts, but it may in fact end up being easier to restock yourself than we currently experience in Battlefield 1. Have some terrible support players not wanting to resupply you? Well, the option to go to a resupply station sounds fantastic then. I also heard that you can resupply from dead soldiers, although I'm not certain on that, and I would love confirmation in the comment section if anyone happens to know for sure. If it is true, then you'll have to think about ammo much more, but also you'll have many more ways to get hold of it. I really like that, and its effect upon solo play could be very interesting. So overall, I super hope solo play is valuable in Battlefield 5. I enjoy it a lot in Battlefield 1, as do many other people, and I hope the changes don't destroy that. It may make it a little harder, it may actually make it a little easier, or it may be very similarly balanced and just different due to the mechanic changes. I simply hope it's still viable and fun and isn't pushed to the side. So pray for solo play, people, and let's try to stay excited for Battlefield 5. Drop your opinions on the matter in the description below. Now let's go over to the Board of Awesome for the epic people who allow you to get content from me full-time by supporting the channel on Patreon. They are the main reason you're watching this video right now, so thanks to everyone on here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't want to miss future videos, turn on notifications with the bell button and select to always be notified using the options link that should then pop up. And then feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy and I'll see you next time. Laters.